Hey, good morning. Good morning. We're right here. We're talking about Burkina Faso. We're talking about the incident that just happened yesterday, and it's been going on the day before because most of us uh, basically don't get the news because a lot of times, by the time they get the news at the government, and then it gets to the public in their area, and then it comes overseas to us. That news, it's old. It's like 10 years old. But we're talking about Burkina Faso. We're talking about Ibrahim Traore, who is attempting to free his country from the U.S., UK, France, Germany, Portugal. The list goes on and on. All the European countries are just feeding off of Burkina Faso and leaving the people to die. Let's listen. Now, what I believe is going allegedly is that the U.S., France, UK, Germany, Belgium, all these countries that benefit from the minerals, they need that percentage. They need to bring a certain percentage in, and they need the product cheap. So they're buying in units. So if they're buying 300, okay, so if it costs $5 for one mineral pound or a kilo of the resource. If it costs $5, if you buy it in units, units would drop down. The price would drop down to $2 or $3 because you're buying a lot in quantities. It only takes them 50 cents to make it, or the resource only 50 cents. But the UK, USA, and France don't want that. They said we want that stuff for free, or we're gonna kill you, we're gonna attack your country. This is what they call free trade. This is free trade. When they give you that definition in your book saying free trade, where everybody can sell for free, peace, love, equal unity, no. The US and France and Germany and UK don't play by that. They send military force down there. You're like, you can buy it. They're like, hell no, we ain't buying shit. We're gonna take it. That's what they do. And if they can't take it, they want it for pennies on the dollar. Because when they take it back to their country, they're gonna charge 800, 500 for a kilo, where you're only charging $20. Or I mean, what was it, $5? And then they're buying it for units, they're buying it in quantities. So you're selling it basically $2, a kilo or something, because they're gonna buy like 1 million. You see, so two times 1 million. So um, that's gonna be like 2 million. So 2.5 million. So you see, but then they're making 800 million. They're making billions off of your stuff. And the fact is that the greed, because they talk about this greed that comes from the Europeans. The greed is so much that it's unbelievable. You know that basically a family member would have to go assassinate another family member due to the horrific crimes and things they're committing due to greed. Killing everybody, stealing, money laundering, backstabbing, don't give a damn about nobody, will do anything for money, personally and publicly. It's just sad. So, this is what goes on over there. Now, this is Abraham Toru military men. Now, a lot of them are strong, but they lack the military equipment. They lack the experience, and they don't want to fight. They're not into all these fightings. They don't, a lot of them don't even know what they're fighting for. So, um, Ibrahim Traore had to come out and tell them, hey, you're fighting to protect these resources over here. You're fighting to protect the water over here. You're fighting to protect these people over here so that they will know why they're there. Because a lot of times people throw the military force out there and they don't want to tell them what's going on or what's going on. They just say, just defend right here, just defend right here. Little do you know that you're defending some power plant a couple miles away. You're the first line of defense. So Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore had to go there and tell them, hey, we need to defend our countries. But a lot of these people, nobody wants to stay out in the heat and stand for 8 hours or 12 hours. Nobody wants to be out there killing or getting killed. So a lot of them, they get offered money. So they give out information. They let a couple of the terrorists or troops come through their borders, and before you know it, they're causing chaos, and everybody's like, what's going on with the front line? How did they break through? What's going on? It's because a lot of them are receiving bribes. If they could get $20 or $5 and send it back to their wife or daughter to go buy some milk or some food, they're going to do that. And that's what the problem Ibrahim Traore is having problem with. That's why he got the gold, he legalized it, and he's handing it out like hotcakes. Because there's just gold under the ground. The ground under the ground is just gold. They don't value gold because gold is everywhere. It's like air. It's like another alien coming to our country and starts picking up air using a device to collect the oxygen and then takes it back to their planet. You don't know what they're doing with that oxygen. Little do you know is that over in their place they don't have oxygen. So they're making billions off of oxygen. But over here on Earth, it's free. So that's how it is in Africa. The gold, the diamond, all the mineral resources is just in abundance. It's right in front of your face, So a lot of them are like, why are they killing for this? There's so much, but they don't know that these other countries don't have it, or they don't have access to it due to policies, rules, or they just don't have that in their Earth, their source. So the military, is the Russia's helping out, Turkey's helping out, Venezuela and other South American countries are helping out who support the BRICS, and African countries are also putting their 2 cents in there too, whatever they could afford to defend themselves against the terrorist that's coming into their country. Now, these armed groups are young black boys who are kidnapped, adopted, or their family member died and they're orphans. So they go to these camps, the terrorists, ISIS, Al Qaeda, Boko Haram, and they take these kids and then they train them in secret places, secret camps, military training camps in Algeria and other border countries, and then they send them in on motorcycles to attack. Let me show you. Yeah. So this is how they will come in. They will come in on motorcycles like this. And they would, before they used to ride on horses, now they're on motorcycle. Just, it should come up if I put motorcycle rate, but what, here we go. Okay, so this is not exactly done, but this is, yes. They will come like this. They will come like this in motorcycles. Sometimes they'll just come in 3, 4, or 10. But they'll come in, zoom real fast, go through the forest, the jungle, park their cars in the bushes, and then come outside. And they act like regular civilians walking around. And then when they're all in their locations, they bring out their guns. They start making the checkpoints. They start killing, assassinating who they need to kill it. Go after. They know where all the police officers are, because they just came into the city. They're swarming it. They paid somebody, some military officer they paid off to look the other way. That's how they got in. So you're kicking it. You're sitting back there with your family and everything, just chilling. You got your back turned to the wall. And before you know it, they're bringing out guns. They're putting bullet to your head. They're putting a gun to your head. They're kidnapping all the females. They take them to, for resource to provide more, or to provide for wives and so forth. They got a lot of stuff going on right here. You can't trust those soldiers. You can't trust nobody. Everybody's starving. Everybody wants to get out of this situation. You see that? Because they want to distinguish who, when these people are coming in, because they will come in like this on motorcycles. They have the gun stashed somewhere. They paid somebody. Hey, they said, don't open it. Just take it over here and give it to this woman. And then that woman would take the box or the bag and set it. She will set it like right over here, in the area, or it will be in a vehicle in the back boot. So they say, go to the blue car, pop it open, get the guns out, start handing them out. Everything is organized, so they get the guns. They come in like this, say these 5. They say, go to Target, there's a car parked over there, or go to Target, there's a gun stashed by the trash cans. They pick it up. They say, go over here to 7th and Newcomb and block the street. Before you know it, you got kids like this holding guns. You're like, hey, what's going on? You don't want to listen to them. They blast you. They shoot you. And then the word comes out, hey, there's things going on in the north. As you're running to the north, boom, they're opening another checkpoint in the south. And when they come in, they're not just coming in to terrorize. They're coming in to steal females, They're coming in to steal guns. They're coming in to rob the bank. They're coming in to do a lot of things. And when they come in, they'll come in as small, but they come in like 50, 100, a swarm of them. So we got a Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Tora. Now, who's behind this? Who's behind it? It is the IMF, International Monetary Fund. Now, the IMF. Let's see what it is. Excuse me. Exactly. It's true. And if you don't take their loan or support them, what's happening in Burkina Faso is what's going to happen, because Ibrahim Troy have caused investors to lose millions and billions, because there's a lot of Europeans invested in those mineral resources, and those who are investors and speculators and who benefit from it who don't know anything. So they're losing money. Say that you got $500 or 1,000, just using small money, in Hewlett Packard. You put $1,000 in there, and then all of a sudden there's a coup going on, and then Microsoft says that we are unable to bring those computers over due to the war going on there, and our plant was attacked. Yeah, what's Microsoft doing in Africa? Where are they at? Oh, they're in Burkina Faso. Where's that? Oh, so that's where they're making the computer chips. Your investment is going down because there's conflict. There's problems. The economy is not stable. So there you go. Your $1,000 went to $20. You're upset. You don't give a damn. You don't care what happens. You just want your money back. Do whatever you gotta do to Burkina Faso. Do what you gotta do to Ibrahim Tora. I want my money back. That's how the investors look at it in Europe. So they're very, very upset. They want Ibrahim Tora dead today. Now, those donations come from the countries who need the donations, because what basically happened is that it's like the U.S. gives country A money. The U.S. uses a name called International Monetary Fund with the UK. They give um, country A money, then they give country B money, and then they give country C money. Okay? Now, country A, B, and C donated that money to that company, to that IMF. They take that money and then they loan it back to A, B, and C, and then the A, B, and C have to pay interest on that loan, which they will never pay out. Then they will crash the economy. The economy will crash, and then they have to go back and borrow more loans. You see, so the IMF will give them a loan, and then they have to pay their monthly fees. These monthly fees range from 28 million to 1 billion. So they have to tax the hell out of their people in their country to pay back that monthly membership. And then what happens? The economy crashes again. They have to go back and ask for another loan. This is just a circle. It's just a cycle that goes on over and over again. And why's that? Yeah, so as I said, you see what happened now. The reason why they can't pay the loan back is that every time they borrow that money, they have to raise up the price, they have to decrease the wages, they have to sell more resources, they have to make more um, bad deals, and then they need military. That's even more expensive. So this system, basically benefits the investors. Again. Wow. Which they cause. Read the economic hitman. They want everything privatized and sent to Europe. Now, in the gram of all schemes, what is the reason for this? I found out the reason. This is the reason. This is the reason here. This is the reason. Hold on, before we go there, That's really good. That's really good right there. But um, I don't want to say it like that. I wanted to show you these. What is going on here? They put her face there. Hey, come on now. Um, what I'm trying to say is that I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I hate it when I hold people up. What I'm trying to say is that let me go back a little bit because that's when they popped up. Yes, these women right here, these women right here that we're gonna see. Okay, so when these females are raised, they're raised to push the man to gain wealth. A lot of reasons Africans and blacks have a problem with whites is because they never studied them. They don't understand that. They still don't understand them today. They have not studied them. They have not. They don't want to study them. All they want to do is play basketball and listen to their music and complain about racism. The Africans know them. The Nigerians know. They've studied them. The Nigerians know the Europeans. The Arabs know the Europeans. The Europeans know the Europeans. The Russians know. I mean, look what Putin did. He sent his military. He said the war's not going to be in Russia. It's going to be in Ukraine. They know. The only people that don't know the Europeans are Americans and black Americans who choose to be stupid. They do. They do not want to know anything. If some rap artist or some celebrity say no reading, no math, I don't get involved. Me too. Me too. I don't get involved in math. I don't get involved in that. We good. We good. No. No. These females are raised to push their counterparts, who is the white male, to excellency. They want that lifestyle of the rich and famous, and they don't give a F about you. You bring home, you say, honey, I got 3 million. She's like, my dad makes that in 1 month. So you're like, oh, okay. So you see what you're going up against. You see. So you got to bring more money. She's already been around the world. She's already been on cruise ships. She already had a train rental. She already done it all. You don't impress her. Impress me. That's what they say. Impress me. When you say you're going to go do something, hey, I'm going to go give a speech. I'm going to go do. She's like, impress me. You fail. No bedroom loving. You don't do right. No talking to you. She wants to see blood and glory. That's what they want. Blood and look at, they're wearing red shirts. If you know the meaning of red and why they wear red, that means that they die for the honor. Go hard or die trying. Basically, that's what the red means. You got to understand code, signs, signals, and words and meanings. This woman is saying that, hey, I need that money. I'm competing with my friend. My friend, she just bought a car She got herself the new Bentley, costing $500,000. Okay, I'm over here driving a BMW for $60,000. I need a new car. It's a competition. It's not about you. I don't give a damn how many people you kill. I don't give a damn who you steal from. I don't care how you make your money. I need my Bentley now, because that B is not going to be doing better than me over here. I got a better education than her. I got a better body. I'm better in bed. She slept with this and this and this. She's not on my level. That's what you're competing against. This is what they want. This is what they want. You got to take over a country to have this. You got to do some. You got to step on people. You got to F people over to get this. This does not come with no Jesus Christ, pray, forgive, love, tranquility. No, this comes with murder, kill. This is what she wants. She wants to come out of this house and say, F you, I got a bigger house than you. All my kids are in private school. I got the best car. I got the best man. That's what she wants. You're saying, hey, bro, I'm home. She's like, get your butt inside. Dinner's the maid made food. I'm going to do my yoga. That's how it is. Where are the kids at? Oh, they're in their private tutoring. That's how it is. So if you don't understand this lifestyle, you're not going to understand what's going on in Africa. This is it right here. These people will make what 10 million, not no 1 million. They're going to make 10 million to 30 million a year. They're going to be competing. And there's always going to be a woman who makes more because she's related to her father is owner of something and something, and she's the one that makes the most money out of the whole club, except her father and people outside the circle. Like Elon Musk will come over, or some other guy will come over, but he's in a different circle. This is one circle here. And that woman will be on top, not just because of her beauty, but because she got a lot of money. She got more money than all the men and all the females. So all the men have to keep on working and working and earning so they can make more than her father, and because she inherited it. That's why she got the more money. She inherited from her father or her family or her mother. And now these men are working hard. They don't care. They don't care what they do. They don't care what law. They're trying to find loopholes, everything, tax loopholes, everything, so that they could make money. The woman has 12 trillion. They only have 22 billion. It's not enough. I need more money. I got to take over the world. We got to take down Russia. We got to take down South America. We got to take down Mexico. Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America. Gulf of America, Gulf of Black Rock. So that's how it goes. It's gonna transfer. The wealth's gonna transfer and transfer back to him. It's like, 22 billion. Now I got 38 billion. Whoa, shoot. 500 billion more to go. So that's how it's going. They're not gonna stop. It's not gonna rest. Plus they're popping out more kids. Okay, your dad made 5 billion. Oh, my dad makes 20 billion. That means now you gotta make 30 billion. So they don't give a damn about no racism, no equal rights, no civil rights, no illegal immigration or migration. They don't give a damn about that. They give a damn about their money and growing their wealth. Now you approach these females and you start talking. You better have good grammar and etiquette. You know, you can't just go. It's worse with the French. Yeah, I think you better just go with the UK, because the French and Portuguese, these people are hard. These are Spanish also. They're quick to, get rid of you. So these females and males, they make 1 million plus. That's even too low. That's an insult to say you make 1 million a month. But they make 1 million plus a month. Um, I've worked with them. I've done real estate. I worked in property rental. They came in all of them. They had the Studio 360 in Beverly Hills, where all the actors come in and basically sign a contract before they go on the movie. This is what's going on right here. They're not playing. You see that? Expose my brand. It's not just a get together. This is business. She's exposing her brand at a school get together. So, we see this, and we come to understand that we see this. You got to know what you're dealing with. That's why when that's why when you're out there as a soldier, or you're in Africa, you got to know what's going on. These are the people behind it. These are the ones pushing it. These are the ones telling their husband, go out there and make money. And my father makes more than you. You'll never be on my level. You gotta own the company. I can't date you except you're the owner. This is how they roll. And what man is gonna European man is gonna sit back and let his counterparts get that? They want it first. They want that woman. This equipment right here, what she's wearing, the hats, this hat is like $100 to $800. This gear that she had, the dog cost more than half of your yearly rent, not including the what she's wearing. This is 2,000 plus that she got on, not including the horse she's riding. You see, this is their lifestyle. This is what they want. For this lifestyle to end means death to them. Okay, so the suffering is still going to go on. The conquering is still going to go on. The backstabbing, the money laundering, everything, the racism is still going to go on because this lifestyle, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. You translate that, the key part and strategic is to make sure they keep that generational wealth coming in. This is just to show you their upper social class, their lifestyle, what they live. Don't think that it's just that it's just greedy men running out there just God, oh, why is this happening? God said we should all be loving and peaceful. If you're still rolling like that, you're bound to lose because you don't know what time it is. They don't believe in none of that BS. You could keep on running around, believing in your BS of religion and God and Jesus will come down from the heavens and save us. Yeah, keep on believing that. You're going to be like the Africans, left in desolation and isolation. So until they wake up and understand what's there before them, a lot of them have. This this is Abraham Torre. He's trying to he put well, whoever's behind this put two people in charge before him, and they got manipulated and bought by the French. Now they have him here, Ibrahim Tora, and he's sticking with the plan and doing what's right for his people and his country the best that he can. He just came back from Russia, and as he was in Russia in the meeting, the country was attacked in the north. Now the reason why all the attacks have been all the attacks have been what you said deflected, but this one is serious because they said they're just on the border now. They're just on the border and they're ready to go in, and they're coming in big time. They're coming in strong. There was so much that Russia had to send troops down there, which they already have troops down there, but they had to send troops down there again immediately because the threat was so strong. They had a lot of military, and the French and U.S. are attacking each country at the same time with the help of other countries in Europe. You see, Senegal, Chad, Ivory Coast, Mali, and Niger. This is big. This guy has not slept for like maybe 8 months because he's losing mad money. Yeah, so basically this is what's going up. I'll be here in the mornings, giving you a little touch up on what's going on. Stay tuned and come back for more.